All right, so Sam, basically what I'm gonna do for you is show you how we're able to monetize that site that I was just talking to you about, right? So basically, with that website, I'm gonna put you in the driver's seat because just like any franchise, ourshop.com has a location. For you, the business owner, your location is just the storefront, it's online. So the location is just the URL. So, shop.com/Caitlin/Lisa /Sam. I'm gonna put you in the driver's seat, like I said. And with the shop.com, immediately what you get with that is partnerships with Google, partnerships with Microsoft. Google runs all of our search engines, Microsoft backs all of our servers. Not only that, like those are two heavy hitting companies for you to be partnered with. You're also partnered immediately with 3,000 exclusive products. Meaning, like, could you first of all go out to Google, Microsoft, and partner with them? Not like, let alone could you go out and like find contracts with 3,000 different manufacturers and products? No. Not only that though, we're partnered with over 4,000 different partner stores. So stores like Nike, Macy's, Home Depot, Victoria's Secret, whatever it is, but the main thing is that we're giving cash back to our customer, which is huge because everyone's shopping online. People are looking to save money. All we're doing is giving them a platform to do so. So I'm sure you have a friend, like say they're a customer for Nike. Who's a friend that buys Nike sneakers?
Richard.
All right, so Richard, he's a friend, like he goes to Nike, maybe he goes to the Foot Locker in West Philly, right? He buys himself some sneakers. What does he get for that $100 that he spends? Just the sneakers, right? Like, I don't even think he's gonna get a receipt or a thank you because he's in West Philly, right? But now you can just tell him like, hey man, like, instead of going to buy those pair of sneakers from Foot Locker, why don't you go through my website? You can still get them from Foot Locker, but now you're gonna get 7% cash back on those sneakers. And Richard's like, hey, like I'm happy about that. I can use that $7 to go to Panera and get myself a salad, right? He can use it for whatever he wants. It's liquid cash back. So your customer is happy, but then you're actually happy as a business owner because you're working towards something called internet business volume. Right, this is a point system, right? There's a bank that's attached to your business that accumulates all of these points. Internet business volume, points that are attached to whether it's Nike sneakers, shirt from Macy's, hammer from Home Depot, bra from Victoria's Secret. They don't sell hammers at Victoria's Secret, I don't think, right? So basically, these are points though that any time a purchase is made, they're filling up in a bank in your IBV bank. These points fill up to a certain amount, and you get a check. Does that make sense? Right? These points are constantly filling up. You get a check sent to you in the mail or direct deposit. Right? The only thing is that because we're a global company, right, we work in this point system. I'll explain what this means later in dollars, but just think of it as 15% on the dollar, right? And I'll explain what this means in US dollars. But we also get 0.5% cash back on these purchases just by referring someone to our business. Meaning, anytime Richard makes a purchase, you're getting 0.5% of whatever he spends in your own cashback account that you have as a business owner. Which might not seem like a lot, but if you had 0.5% adding up for every purchase you made for your whole life over time, you'd be sitting on a pretty penny, right? So you're happy as the business owner, your friend's happy, the customer's happy, right? Because they're saving money, you're making money. Why is Nike happy though? They would never partner with us if they weren't, part of this picture and they weren't saving or making money. So how does Nike, we've seen Nike advertise your whole life, how do you see them advertise?
Billboards, commercials, ad figures.
Yeah, like endorsements, has that made you decide to run out and get a pair of sneakers right away? No, and there's some people that will never buy Nike sneakers. Like my mom's one of them. She gets the mom shoes with the rolled up socks and Payless. Nike's wasting their money. They're throwing their money at a wall by advertising to her. So what they would rather do is direct that money to the customer that they know that they already want, like Richard. And you've basically done that for them. After the fact that the sales made, they're like, hey, Sam, you're the one who directed us to Richard. Instead of us spending these billions of dollars, what we're gonna take, is some of that advertising money and to redirect it right to the customer. Right? So what they do is maybe, again, using this $15 as an example, they'll take some of that money, some of it goes to pay for Richard. He gets that $7 cash back, he's happy, right? Nike's happy because they're directing their money to the actual customer that they wanted to. And then you're happy because some of that $8 left over is coming to pay you for that internet business volume. That bank fills up, it hits a certain amount, you're getting paid, right? You're getting paid for that 0.5% cash back, and then shop.com keeps a piece of it to keep everything running, right? So it's a really smart business model because people are either making money or saving money, right? And everyone's happy. It works the same exact way with these exclusive products, right? Say this isotonics that I explained to you earlier, someone wants to make a $100 purchase instead of going to GNC. The main difference is that because there's no middleman like there was for Nike, we can give them more cash back. Maybe we can up the ante, give them 20% cash back, right? They're happier because they're getting a higher quality product for a discounted price, but you're happy as a business owner because you're working towards something called BV, right? And this is, again, it's a different type of business of volume because it's a different bank, right? But it works the same exact way. This is just for exclusive products. The points are filling up anytime a purchase is made to you in the site. flows out to a certain amount, and then you're getting paid on the back end, right? Again, because there's no middleman, we can up it to maybe 85% on the dollar. So exclusive products goes with business volume, partner stores go with internet business volume. But both banks work the same exact way, you just get paid separately on them. You're still getting 0.5% cash back for referring someone to your website, but now you're also generating something called retail profit. You are able to generate 30 to 100% retail profit. Sam, have you ever heard of that before? What retail profit is?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. I mean, it's basically, it's putting a title to something you're very familiar with, right? Because let's say you want to buy a cup of that Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It costs you $4. Do you think it really costs Dunkin' Donuts $4 to make? No, it costs them like $1.50. But that markup, that profit in between, right, that $2.50 is the money that they're putting back in their pocket. That's what retail profit is. It's the margin in between from wholesale to retail, or buy low, sell high. It's how traditional businesses are run, right? So not only that, you're not just getting retail profit, but you're also getting paid 3 other ways immediately, which is really incredible. But I'm really showing you this, even thinking about it from a small business perspective or a traditional business perspective, because I guess for you, how many customers do you know will be going through your website if you had one?
On a monthly basis, I'd say 10.
Okay, so 10, like, you know, that's decent. Like, actually, that's like average for most of our business owners. But here's the big question. Do you think 10 customers coming to you would ever put you in that top 5% category of making 6 figures every single year?
Not likely.
No, like, absolutely not. Like, this Dunkin' Donuts needs more than 10 customers every half hour to be able to generate that, right? So your whole goal is you want to expand customers. You want to have more customers going to you, but you definitely don't want to be standing on a street corner with a sign saying, like, shop at samshop.com, right? This is a part-time business, right? You're already a busy person. So you want to expand your customers, but you don't want to spend your time doing that, and you want to do what Ray Kroc did when he first invented franchising, right? He had the McDonald's store out in California. He said, I know that people are not going to fly from New York, Chicago, Philly out to California to get a burger, but I want to expand my customer base. So if I have a burger joint in Philly, Chicago, New York, now all those customers in those areas are going to go to that burger shop and pay me, right? So what he did was he said, okay, I can have those burger shops in those areas, but now just the business owner has it, and they pay me back a copyright or a royalty fee. So you want to do the same exact thing. Maybe you expand your business to Cindy. Right, she has her own customer base. Like, she's a friend of yours. She generates 5,000 of this business volume, right? And maybe you expand your business to Lisa, right? And Lisa does a little bit better, right? She has a couple more customers. She generates 6,000 of these exclusive volume points business volume, right? You're just like Ray Kroc in this situation. On average, for most franchises, you'd be able to keep 7 to 15% of whatever their customers generated, right, in your own pocket. So if you could choose between that 7 to 15% to keep from them, what would you choose?
10%.
You want to do like right in the middle, 10%? That's pretty good. What if, like, I know you and Lisa have known each other for a really long time. What if she said, like, all right, Sam, I'm actually going to give you 20% of whatever my customers do?
I'll take it.
All right, because it's like basically money that you don't even know these customers, right? What about 50%? It's good enough there? All right. So the reason I point that out is that obviously the higher percentage means, more points and more money to you. The incredible thing about our business is that we actually get paid 100% on these points. But the thing is, you're not actually taking it from them. You just get an exact copy of anything that Cindy generates, an exact copy of what Lisa generates from her customers, right? It's just a duplicate in your own banks. 5,000 of this business volume from Cindy, and 6,000 of that business volume from Lisa, right? Again, it's not, you don't take it, it's just an exact copy. And do you remember when I said those banks, then they hit a certain amount, you get paid?
Mm-hmm.
When those banks hit 5,000 and 5,000 points, the company's actually going to pay you $1,500 for the week, right? It's pretty significant, right? That's a check with a comma in it. I don't know about you, would that change your life to have a check in your name with a comma in it every single week?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so what would you do with it?
First help my parents with bills.
All right, then what the next week?
Pay off student loans.
All right, cool. The next week?
Travel, I guess.
All right, so like you're already on week 3 and you're like living a whole new lifestyle. So I'm gonna take you out of the picture for a second, because if you're happy with your $1,500 for the week, I'm gonna focus on Cindy and Lisa, because they're gonna want to do what you did and expand their customer base, right? But Cindy, again, she's a student. She doesn't want to spend her whole time like chasing down customers. Maybe she expands her franchise to a different location. Maybe she expands it to Richard, right? He's in the medical profession, right? He has customers that you've never met, generates 5,000 of these internet business volume points because he knows a lot of people that shops online. And maybe Cindy also expands her business to Kevin, right? Kevin, he has his own customers, he's an engineer, but guess what? Kevin went on a cruise this week, not servicing any customers, generates no business volume, right? That's okay. okay, right? Maybe Lisa expands her business to Tehran. You know, he works in the city a lot with health and wellness, generates 2,500 of this internet business volume. And maybe to Mary, right? Mary works at a church. She was a child life specialist, 2,500 internet business volume from all of the purchases that her church makes, right? So essentially, we've already established Cindy and Lisa get to keep 100% of any of these customers, right? Meaning that Cindy gets to keep 100% of Richard's 5,000 points, 100% of, 0 from Kevin. Same thing with Tehran, right? Going right up to Lisa, 100%, and Mary, right? But this is the thing. Have you ever met Richard, Kevin, Tehran, or Mary? No. So do you even know their customers?
No.
Absolutely not. So what would you expect percentage-wise from people you've never even met before?
Oh, less than 100.
Yeah, so maybe like 50% law of diminishing returns,
Yeah.
right? Like it would make logical sense. But again, the really cool thing about our business is that this 100% actually goes to infinity. Wow, which like really means it doesn't matter where this volume's coming from. This volume could be coming from hundreds of businesses away, customers you've never met a day in your life. But what's going to happen? It goes up 100% to every person in between. When it goes to you, that 5,000 internet business volume from Richard, and again that 5,000 from Tehran and Mary goes up to Lisa, goes up to you. And again, when the volume hits that certain amount in these banks, the company's going to send you another $1,500 check for another bank, right? Really incredible. So if you're happy with $1,500 from one week, now when you combine it, an extra $3,000 a week, you're definitely really happy. Right, if that's coming in. But I know your eyes are probably they're getting a little bit more squinty. You're probably okay, hold on a second, Caitlin. I don't know what you're talking about. This 100% is kind of it sounds too good to be true, right?
Yeah.
So honestly, Sam, I know this is a lot to take in, but if you don't remember anything else, just remember two things. That this 100% to infinity works, and honestly the qualifier and the reason why, right? The reason why we're ever able to pay 100% to infinity and not have all that money go to you or not have enough money to pay everyone else is that our business is actually capped, right? Capped meaning there's a maximum amount that any business can ever generate. What I mean by this is to make it fair, because did you do this all by yourself? No, it's everyone doing a little bit. The most you can ever make in this business would be $3,600 for the week. And that's not a bad cap, that's not a bad limit to how much your one business can ever generate. So that's about $14,400 a month. Close to $187,000 for the year, close to $200,000, right? And the best thing about it is that it's residual, right? Meaning you did not create this all by yourself. It's everyone's customers and everyone working together, to the point where maybe even 2 years from now, right? Because all of that's flowing up, do you think you're gonna be making much more than that 5,000 BV? Maybe you're generating 20,000 BV constantly coming up from customers over here, and 20,000 BV constantly coming up from customers over here. Right? Again, did you create this by yourself? No, it's everyone doing. You maybe only did 100 of that. It's everyone doing a little bit. So what the company says is, okay, Sam, we're gonna take out that 5,000 points to pay you, right? Even though you didn't generate all of them, but there's still 15,000 left over in this example, right? And 15,000 left over here. So what the company says is, okay, Sam, you're gonna get paid on that, but there's still all this extra volume, which means there's extra money associated with it. They're able to take all the money that's associated with that volume and use it to pay everyone else out in between. Right, really incredible, because I've never seen a business that's more ethical than that. Right, the CEO capping his own income, and now every other person that you've worked with that helped to make you successful in the first place is able to benefit within it. So I know, like I said, it's a lot to take in. I went through this kind of quickly. There's a lot of numbers. Honestly, Sam, I want to talk to you like how you want to be talked to. I don't want to talk to you like you're very interested if you're not, or not interested if you are. Just so Lisa and I can get a good, understanding of where your head is at. Maybe rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, I definitely want to learn more about these products using the website. 6, 7, 8 is, I'll use the website and the products, but I want to learn more about the business. I just have questions. 10 being, okay, teach me how to do this. Where would you fall?
I'd say a 7.
Okay, why a 7, compared to a 5? Because that's actually a pretty high number.
I like the concept of helping out each other.
Okay.
100%.
100%, yeah, because honestly, it's a really team effort. You're never working by yourself, and then I would really I want you to understand too, who these people are, because we don't do this by ourselves, and because you said you want to interested in learning more, best thing you can do is meet the people who are making this successful for themselves, right? And you have an opportunity to do that. Typically, this event I only say it's for business owners, but we are allowed to invite guests. So I definitely like to invite you based on the fact that you said you're interested in that, this business concept. It's an event on March 4th. Right here is, this man, his name's actually Phil Guido. He had 3 pharmacies in New York City, was basically like running himself ragged, able to like retire himself over the course of time, using this business as a means to be able to do that. Now he generates anywhere from $36,000 to $45,000 a month, right? So like that's a lot. That's someone that you definitely want to be like, you know, hearing their perspective from. So it's actually from 9 to 2:30. We can carpool to Valley Forge. Basically, I just would have to reserve your spot because like there's not much space left, and like I said, it's for business owners. But I'd really like to invite you. You know, we got them for 25. Would you be able to reserve your seat?
You said it's on March 4th?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was planning to go to a football game that Saturday.
Oh, really? For what team?
For my school in Temple.
Oh, do you have tickets already?
No, I was planning to buy
Okay.
get tickets for the game with
Yeah.
my friends.
Well, I mean, you haven't made definite plans yet. Is that
Yeah, it's not
correct?
definite plans, but my friends were thinking about going.
Okay? So your main concern would just be the football game.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, you know, because it's a couple weeks out, would you be able to talk to your friends and be like, hey, like, I have an event. It's really something that's going to be able to, like, help me a lot. Would you be able to, you know, arrange with them or just make that sacrifice for the day to be able to learn from someone who's really successful?
Yeah, I think I could talk to them, yeah.
Okay. Great. So what would you be able to reserve this with, cash or credit card?
I only have a card.
Okay, cool. I've got this app called Square here. Thank you.